Well, obviously, a very important step in literacy is getting to that point of reading. Interestingly enough, in a Montessori classroom where all of these activities are available, our children typically write, as with the movable alphabet, before they read. And in fact, we're not going to give a reading activity to a child in a Montessori classroom until we've actually seen that child spontaneously attempting to read. So when we see that spontaneous reading, we're going to offer a very special activity, sometimes called the phonetic object game, or the object game. In this box, I have a lot of lovely little objects, like this mop, or this bucket, or this eggplant, and several others, like a rabbit. And now, we're sort of reminding ourselves of that sound game that we used to play. Maybe we're still playing, where we have little objects, different objects, and we're thinking about the objects in terms of the sounds that we use to say them. But now my game's going to change. And for my child, I'm going to say, I'm going to think of one of these objects on the table, but I'm not going to say anything out loud. I'm going to write it down so you'll know what I'm thinking. And then, modeling my best handwriting, I will actually write the name of one of these objects. This is often a big surprise to a child who doesn't know he or she's a reader. But when I put this in front of that child and I say, what do you see? And the child recognizes, oh, I see Yeah, what else do you see? I see ah. And what else? P. Oh, you see all those sounds. Say them faster. Say them faster. And of course, it's kind of easy because it's going to be one of these things on the table, not anything in the whole world. The context is here immediately, that one of these objects is going to be described here. And when this child's ready, when we've seen that spontaneous attempt to recognize sounds from the letters and put those sounds together based on the letters, all I have to do is just give that little bit of encouragement. Say the sounds a little faster. Don't make a space between them. What is it? And suddenly the child hears himself going, mop, op, mop, mop, mop. Yes, and together we have a big celebration. It's mop. And we just continue playing the game for all the objects. There's usually about 10 in the box. And by the time we get to that 10th object, the child's really gotten the idea, and we're actually able to say, you read it. I actually am fond of saying, you read my mind, because that's what reading is, after all. It's silent communication of one thought from one mind to another. And we get that right here in this very simple game. And now, a child is totally ready to begin a whole progression of activities that will continue for as long as she's in the environment, that will lead her to more and more exciting reading experiences.